Hi, I'm Emily Hill, and you may have heard some of the possible solutions to this merit pay, but now I will take you through a look and visual aspect of what merit pay is, how it works, and basically what it's going to do. Think about this. A child walking into school knowing that they will have an exam that day. A child should be confident that they know the specific criteria in order to pass the test. This all falls back into the hands of the teacher to make sure that these children have the knowledge in order to succeed. The role of merit pay for teachers is to give them an incentive in order to go above and beyond for their students. An example would be the school that gives an annual bonus in some increment at the end of the school year. For example, $4,000 for the top 25%, $2,000 for the middle 50%, and $1,000 for those in the bottom quartile. This is based on an elaborate evaluation system, with no bonus for anyone who has been placed on probation and is in jeopardy of not having a contract renewed in the future. Sounds fair, right? So now I'll show you the visual. As you look at this, Teacher A has her students in the 50, 75%, 85% rank, while when you look at Teacher B, they're in the 25%, 35%, 45%. Obviously, Teacher A is spending more time with her students and putting in that little bit of extra effort that it takes to make sure these kids succeed. With Teacher A doing this, she obviously will feel better and more fulfilled that she's doing her job, so therefore she should receive an incentive for it and greater pay. But Teacher B, she might get a little bit of money, but until she can get her scores up to par to meet up with Teacher A, it's only fair that Teacher A makes more money than Teacher B. Some people are skeptical that this is not going to work to bring test scores up in the United States. But Karthik Muralidharan and Venkatesh Sundaram looked at an even more ambitious program in India. 300 Indian schools were randomized into 3 equally sized groups. In the first group, teachers received incentives for improving their students' performance. Sounds fair. In the second group, the payout was tied to the performance of the whole entire school. The third group was the control group. Scores rose significantly in both groups with incentives. Relative to the control group and individual incentives, they were more effective than school-level incentives. Test scores rose 68% more when the cash payments were tied to the teacher rather than the school. That makes sense also because obviously anyone is going to work harder when you directly tell them, we'll pay you more money individually if you do better. Merit pay for teachers ranges from a few $100s to $10,000 or sometimes more in some school districts. But if our children are getting the education that they need in these schools, then why not compensate the teachers for doing a good job? Just a few positive things that will come out of merit pay for teachers is incentivized teachers will work harder and produce better results. Merit pay programs will help recruit and retain the nation's brightest minds, and with American schools in crisis already, shouldn't we be open to trying almost anything new in hopes of making a change?